great job with that, guys. I know that was a lot of hard work, but guess what? How many days until first grade?
71.
71, and y'all are, man, I think they might be ready.
On their way.
I think so. Okay.
I'm always.
But like I said before, some of my groups were doing a little bit different things. So I need to pick 3 different reporters that can report and tell me what they did in their groups, okay? So I know that I had a group over here with Miss Abernathy. Tegan, you were in that group, right? Can you tell everybody in your that wasn't in your group what y'all were doing and what you were learning about?
We was like almost playing the game, but it's on paper, and it was like numbers, like plus and that stuff.
So a game on paper, like a board game?
Yeah.
So not one that you use a controller with. Okay.
Yeah, and some people got zapped.
Some people, how would you get zapped?
By the bee.
Okay. So y'all were playing a game and you were adding and subtracting, right? Did anybody else play a game where you were adding and subtracting?
Yes.
Rowan? You were with me, right? Do you want to tell your friends what we were doing?
We were drawing sticks out of a cup, and then when we get them out, if we get zapped, we skip a turn, and if we didn't get zapped, we had to do a problem.
Oh, so we did something a little different. So we were drawing sticks out of a cup instead of flipping over, but we were still playing the game though, right?
Yeah.
And we wrote some problems out. Did anybody else do that too? Or do something a little bit different with addition and subtraction? Y'all 2 girls did? Yeah.
And band.
And band, yeah. What were you doing, Juliet?
We were doing a game, and we were flipping over cards.
So you were doing a game and flipping over your cards too.
And then if you got zapped, we were flipping between.
Oh, so
It
you
was
could.
a high, but I didn't know what to do with it.
Oh, it was. So
And
you were, there was zap cards too. Okay, so but I think your game was a little bit different because when you were flipping over cards, you didn't have a problem to solve, did you?
We did.
Well, what did you have originally though?
We had to like figure out the number and put it on the correct paper.
So you, if I remember correctly from what you're saying, they were playing the same game that Tegan and Bo's group was playing, but it was like a little bit reversed. So Bo, whenever you were drawing cards, you had a problem that you would solve, right? And you would match it to the number. But what they're saying was they just had the number, like 3, and then they had to find what made 3. So if I drew a 3, Kaysen, if I drew a 3, could I put it on 5 minus 1?
No, that makes 6.
5 minus 5, take away 1.
4.
4, not adding. So that would be 4. So you couldn't do that. So that wouldn't work. So that one was a little bit trickier, right? So did you think it was going to be that hard?
No. I thought it was going to be hard.
You thought it was going to be hard, so you thought it was kind of easy though.
Yeah, actually, it was hard.
It was a little tricky.
I thought it would be easy, but it's hard. I didn't know how to do it.
It was a little tricky. Now, do you think that if you had have done it the other way, where I just gave you just a problem to solve, and then you were to match it, do you think that would have been a little bit easier for you?
Yeah, but it would be too easy.
Yeah, so that's okay. So you're still learning the same thing, but it's just a little bit different, and that's okay, right?
And we didn't, and I got the apple, and then we didn't really know what to do, if we should keep playing the game or we just make our own game.
Well, yeah, remember, because at your game, you had the option of where you could actually create your own board game, right, with that. And that was something that I was talking about with my friends when we were playing my game, drawing out those sticks. They would self-correct. That means, like, on the back of the stick, it told the answer. So I said, you can go home and make this game with your friends or your brothers and sisters, right? Because it's just popsicle sticks. And you can do that with construction paper, too. Did everybody go home and make a game?
Yeah. And when we were doing it, we were going to get one if we solved a problem. And Kaysen got a zap, so we didn't get to keep it.
So maybe if you were to make up a game at home, what would you do? If you were making up the rules rules at home, what would happen when you got zapped? Would you still get to solve the problem?
No, you would be out of the game.
That's how you would do it, but if you were making up your game, Rowan and Kason, you could change the rules, right? Something to think about. Okay, so real quick, before we wrap up everything, I've got your ticket to
Lunch.
Why do we have to get tickets?
because it's fun. I want tickets. Okay, so I've got 2 problems up here. Super duper easy. Eyes on me, please. Look and listen. This is all you're going to do. You're going to look at the problem. Think about it. Look if it's asking to add or subtract. Kason, how will I know if this problem is asking me to add or subtract? Where do I need to look? At the numbers or the number sign?
The number sign.
The number sign. Remember the symbols. Remember our tip chart, right? When we're adding, our plus sign. When we're combining, when we're subtracting, when we're taking away, okay? Remember those. Solve them. So write your number. Write the number to the problem, okay? And listen, because I think some friends aren't going to do this, and I'll know. Draw a picture to match your problem. Not very big, just a picture. We've done a lot of this with pictures and equations with our number sentence. Also, does this remind anybody of that pre-assessment that I gave you? So think about that, okay? So this is your ticket, so get this. Quietly go, make sure you write your name on the back too.
Are we going to watch now?
Um,
Have to do math.
Are all the classes
Well,
getting
what-
a ticket?
no, this is just something that I want you to do. It's just like kind of fun. Like I'm calling it a ticket out the door, but it's not like you're not leaving yet.
Oh.
I know, silly Miss Belcher. But yes, quietly tiptoe. And then remember to look very careful at your equation, okay? No, I want to see what you know. Silly. Hey, but you know what? You can use your hands to count. Think about it.
We're supposed to go to our this one has no name on it. She said this
That's
is
fine.
fine if I go.
So go ahead and do those real quickly, okay?
I know